The savanna biome is located in South America, India, and Australia, but with the majority of it in Africa. Some of the native plants of this region are Bermuda grass, which grows in open spaces where flooding and fires potentially occur. This grass grows back very quickly, which is an adaptation due to the savanna's warm climate and frequent fires. Another plant of the savanna is the eucalyptus gum tree, a native tree to Australia. These trees can't tolerate the cold temperatures and must grow in a warm, dry environment. This tree provides food for the koalas, pollination for the bees, and also as medicine to treat many sicknesses such as sore throats. Another iconic tree of the savanna is the baboa tree. This tree can be found in the dry parts of Madagascar, Africa, and Australia, and is known as the tree of life because it provides food, shelter, clothing, and water for the people and animals living in the savanna regions. Because of the harsh drought-like weather of the savanna, the baboa tree can adapt to its environment by holding hundreds of liters of water in its trunk. Some adaptations of this plant are their long roots that dig deep into the ground, making it easy to survive in drought regions. When the fires come, the roots are not destroyed, allowing the grass to grow back quickly. Some of the native animals to the savanna you should expect to see on your trip are warthogs, zebras, elephants, rhinos, gazelles, cheetahs, lions, and leopards. Many of these animals had to adapt to the harsh droughts that the dry season brings and migrate or hibernate until the season is over. More adaptations that gazelles and zebras have are that they feed on grasses, which are native plants to the region, and are able to camouflage themselves and can run very quickly to protect themselves from predators. One of the abiotic factors of this region is the weather, which is dry and cool during the winter, while the summers are hot, humid, and wet. The savanna has a warm climate year-round with an average 70 degrees, while the precipitation is 15 to 25 inches of rain during the wet season. However, there are very intense droughts that affect all of the animals and plants due to their need for water to survive, resulting in many parts of the ecosystem having to adapt to the weather conditions in order to survive. Another abiotic factor is the rising CO2 levels, increasing the growth of trees.
There are some activities that can make your trip to the savanna very memorable and could give you incredible experiences you will never forget. One of these activities you could go on is taking a wildlife safari tour to see a wide variety of wildlife in the region. Another activity to do is to go birding with your local tour guide who will lead you on a nature walk and point out all the incredible birds and wildlife around you. A third option of the adventures you could go on for those seeking a thrill would be to go rafting on the Nile, receiving amazing views and a rush of adrenaline going through the rapids. One destination to make sure to visit is Kruger National Park. More than 7,700 square miles presents almost endless opportunities to explore the savanna. The park, located in South Africa, includes decent roads that take you close to the park's wildlife, including 147 different mammals and more than 500 species of birds. A second incredible destination to visit is Kalahari Gemsbok National Park, which encompasses parks in South Africa and Botswana. The park features large areas of red sand dunes and dry riverbeds that play home to large herds of desert antelope known as gemsbok, as well as a lot of other wildlife. A third option of fantastic places to visit in the savanna is Hwange National Park, the largest park in Zimbabwe, which protects more than 100 species of animals and almost 400 bird species and has one of the largest elephant populations in the world.
A few things to consider while packing for your trip to the savanna is that you should expect around 20 to 40 inches of precipitation during the wet season and expect only around 4 inches during the dry season. Also make sure to pack lots of sunscreen and hats because the average temperature is about 78 degrees Fahrenheit. The best time to plan your trip would be September, October, March, or April, when temperatures aren't so hot. Plan on wearing casual, comfortable clothes during your trip. For the summer months, pack shorts, swimsuits, and lightweight, neutral color tops and khaki pants. Be sure to bring athletic socks to help prevent blisters. If your trip is in the winter, pack a light fleece jacket, sweaters, gloves, and a heavy winter athletic coat. Remember to bring a jacket, a vest, or pants that have plenty of pockets so that extra supplies will be accessible. While you do not need a large selection of shoes for your trip to the safari, you will want to bring at least one pair of hiking boots as well as a pair of casual wear. Be sure to bring binoculars and a camera and a wide-brimmed sun hat. With the world changing, there are some threats to the biome. The most prominent threats are the greenhouse effect, droughts, and poachers, killing endangered animals. Some of the endangered animals that live in the savanna are big cats, such as lions and cheetahs. Cheetahs are finding it hard to hunt because of the rapid growth of trees in the savanna. Big mammals such as the black rhinoceros and the African savanna elephant are also facing threats of being poached for their ivory and skin. All of these animals' greatest threat lies in the habitat loss and the illegal poaching. A keystone species to also be sure to look at in the savanna is the elephant. This herbivore eats small trees named Acidia, and this tree grows too tall. Elephants are able to knock over the tree and uproot it. This helps keep the habitat the same and the equilibrium of the savanna stable. Some effects of climate change in the savanna is seen through the increase of desert plant growth. Some people might view this positively, but the growth of trees in the savanna biome and grasslands could have a serious negative effect. It could potentially threaten the wildlife population and water supplies due to trees and shrubs using more water than grasses. It could also amplify global warming since trees, being generally darker than grasses, absorb more solar radiation.
The savanna biome is globally important right now because it is very at risk for extreme drought every year and continues to get worse, resulting in not enough water for the wildlife of the safari and plant species. This will result in extinction of many important species of plants and animals that will greatly affect the ecosystem of the world.
Remember these important things when planning your trip to the savanna biome. Have fun and good luck!